Good afternoon. We're taking a look at gold, and as I expressed yesterday, we sold in front of that 1611 area. I covered them back at 1606, and I said that if we make another challenge on that 1611 high, chances were we'd break, and we did. So we're now at 9 years high, 1618. I remember 1902 like it was yesterday. We were having some discussions at the time of gold could go to $5,000 an ounce. That was back in the day, and then it obviously puked out of sight. And we are where we are now, 9 years later. Now, where do we go from here? Obviously, I've got data going back 9 years because my systems do keep all the historical data. So where are we going to go today? So if you look at where we've been already on the low, you can see that that break point was 1604. That, as I said, I mentioned earlier in the week. So our break point was 1604. So when we've retraced, we haven't actually broken much below that 1604 area. So the probability is that this rally is going to continue. I know we're overbought. We've got stochastics at 95%, but our RSI is at 76. Outside, we've been a lot higher. So we'll need to see how this unfolds today and tomorrow, because we could be seeing a little bit of divergence. But gold's been in an uptrend. You don't buck it. If that was going to come lower, yesterday was the day it was going to do it, because you always sell a double top, even if you don't feel like it's going to come down, which gold didn't really. And when that stayed above 1604 on the retrace, it was time to get out of short positions and into longs. Sadly, I didn't go long. Anyway, so where can we go now? Well, I've put on some Fibonacci extensions for you, and although you can marry them up with historical data, to go back 9 years is quite a testy time. So what I've done is I've just put on some extensions. If you roll them up with your pivot point analysis, you can tie some of them in, and they do tie in quite nicely if you do the weekly, monthly and daily pivots, as well as these fib extensions. You really do need to sort of get your head around doing those monthly, weekly, daily pivots, because they really are, they're an extraordinary way of looking at a glance of what direction the market's in. Well, glance too. Looking at that chart, you can see gold wants to go higher. So where's our first little go now we've broken 1611? We can see there it's 1636. That's the 23.6 fib. May come under a little bit of pressure there. Remember, you're buying dips in gold for the time being. There's no way you want to go short now it's above 1611 at this point. There's no evidence to say this isn't going to go to 1636 first. If it does get to 1636 and stalls, obviously that you've got really good support from the prior double top, which now acts as a support, and that comes in at 1611. So just bear that in mind. You've got 1611, 1604, 1598 to 96 on the downside. There's no point talking about the moving averages because they're so way off base at the moment. And obviously when you've got levels that the market will aim for, then that's what you're looking at. I'm not looking at a downside move at the moment. I'm looking at where are we going to head for if we can keep this bull run going, and I think we can. There's a bit of uncertainty. You've got a stronger dollar and stronger gold. Now, I've explained this before. Gold is an entity on its own. It's a safe haven. It's a flight to quality. It's whatever it is you want to call it. But the bottom line is, it doesn't matter where the dollar's going, to be fair, because the dollar index is way up. The dollar's strong. I think we're hitting, as we speak, like 99 or 99.5 on the dollar index. So you can see that it's not following the dollar. It's going up with the dollar. So bear that in mind, that the market is trading higher with the dollar. So this is a gold move. It's not a dollar move. If it was a dollar move, gold would be a lot lower. And I think this is what's caught a lot of people out, is that it's not doing it. It's not doing as the market thinks it should. And yeah, we've been to 99.83 on the dollar index. So you can see this is a gold move. So when gold moves like this, and it does quite often, and when gold moves like this, go with it. Because there's no point bucking a trend, you're just going to lose money. So go with it, look at what it does at the 16.36. Remember those support levels I've mentioned, and good luck for this afternoon.